There it goes. Oh,
Well,
hell yeah. You're all geared up, bro.
well, hello there, everybody.
Welcome, dude.
This is exciting.
Yeah, man, that's cool, dude. You got a good setup going on.
I try. Took me a while.
Hell yeah. So what's up, man?
Nothing much. Just what's it called Brothers Airsoft was like, hey, hit this guy up. And it's like this guy's awesome. You guys would connect really well. I was like, sure.
Hell yeah. Oh, Kyle from
Yeah,
Brotherhood?
yeah. He was like, this guy you would really like.
Yeah. So you're in SoCal.
Yeah.
So you play at the same fields that what do you play at? Like Code Red, Giant,
I do.
Tac City?
That's more like Southern California, like Modern Airsoft Alpine,
Oh, okay. Right.
uh, like Ramona, Velocity Paintball. I love those fields.
Yeah. Modern Airsoft, isn't that don't they have a store?
hmm That's
Okay.
more like they have. I think they're. Don't quote me, but I think they have a couple new stores here and
Okay.
there. But
Yeah, because we actually got it was a mystery box, I think. We bought something from them uh a few years ago, and I think they're in the one we bought it from was like in Oceanside. And
I think that's the newest one.
is it okay? Hell yeah. So what do you got back in the background, man? You got some masks
Um,
hanging up. You got is
just a
that a
few, just a few things.
yeah, you got a patch wall. I love the flag.
But funny thing about this flag, one of my next door neighbors was like, "Hey, you're into military stuff, whatever," and like you're either going to donate it or throw it away. I was like, "What? I'm gonna I take it."
Oh, okay.
So it was a lot of fun.
That's cool, man. And then you have it looks like you play instruments. What do you got back there? Keyboard and a drum set?
I got a dabble in with keyboard, with drum set over there. I have a cajon over there. I mean, I like a lot of my videos I create. I make my own music
Oh shit.
and do my own thumbnails, everything. That's
Yeah.
all me.
Yeah, man. That's wild. I was watching a couple of your videos on your YouTube channel. And yeah, so the music must have been what you did. Okay.
Yes, all of it. That's all me. That's
Oh,
all
that's
me.
cool.
I'm plus I don't I play all by ear. I don't do music or notes or anything else, all by ear.
Right. Like you don't write music and read it, like go from the, you just play, hear how it
It's a,
sounds and
I tried, but it didn't stick.
yeah, that's something I could never, it's like a language, that
Oh,
writing music. And I remember when I was in school learning about it, it was it was really weird to me. I never did like grasp it or understand it. And then, since then I haven't really looked into it anymore. So
yes, it's a lot of fun. I mean, it's my basic understanding of like music is like math and language put together, but just like it's beyond me.
now I know when I was learning how to play guitar when I was 12, and I only played it for a couple years. But the guy that was teaching me, I couldn't read like the notes, the actual, like we are talking about the written musical notes, whatever. So he just wrote in. So it was the same, like we had like a music sheet, and he would just write in the chords.
Nice.
So, D, F, G, A, F minor, whatever, that kind of shit. And I would just go off of that.
That's something that helps a lot. Or even matching like say if you watch like my favorite thing is to do is to like watch a movie or something like my favorite movie is Pirates of the Caribbean hands down, but like the soundtrack of that of those movies I'm like, yes, I want to recreate that best I can. It's like I try.
Yeah. Oh, that's cool, man. So yeah, so your call sign is pirate.
Yes, sir.
Uh, and I saw some of your pictures on your Instagram. You've got you actually carry a pirate sword. Yes, I love it.
This thing's so much fun to run around with because people just do not expect it at all.
Right.
And you get some pretty crazy reactions from people, and they're like, "You just killed." They either go like, "I just got stabbed," and they run away.
It's funny, man. So how did you get the pirate nickname?
um,
Always loved pirates?
I just like pirates. I mean, my when I first started, I always liked to be like that outcast kind of military whatever bad guy, you know,
Yeah.
for the like bad guy good guy. Everyone loves that kind of character on the field, and that kind of energy. I feel like it helps like the gameplay, helps the mood of the field. Like, oh shit, this guy's actually part of actually driving like a story or whatever. Everyone likes a good bad guy, so like, you know what? Let's do it.
Yeah, man, that's cool. Yeah, very cool. Okay. Yeah, when growing up, me and my friends would always, around Halloween and stuff, it's always back when I was growing up, there wasn't a whole lot of costumes. It was we didn't nobody bought costumes very rarely when I was a kid. And this is in the 70s, okay?
Oh no,
Yeah, yeah.
before my time.
Ancient, yeah. So we just did makeup. Our parents would just like put, stuff on us, and they would just make everyone made their own costumes. And the pirate one was real popular because we would literally just use a stick as a sword, and then, put the patch on, the eye patch, and yeah, wear some old style clothes and
The pirate is it's like when I call my audience when I try to do like a video for my audience or something I call them this my fellow scallywags, and it's just ultimately just a whole bunch of fun. I enjoy entertaining people and hopefully get them to watch my videos, and then it's like after that point it's downhill from there, but fine.
yeah, man, your videos are fun, man. They're cool. You got some good gameplay. And
Mhm.
I said, speaking of Scallywag, yesterday, my wife and I were doing something, and I said, "Shut up, you scallywag," or something like that. And she goes,
Mhm.
"What? Where did that come from?" And I said, "Oh, I'm doing this. I'm doing a podcast with this guy tomorrow, and his nickname is Pirate." And she's like, "Oh, okay."
It's so much fun. Especially when you get those reactions where I love to bring a lot of energy to the fields or wherever I go into
Yeah,
the fields. And my favorite thing is to do like all of a sudden like you see like a whole bunch of people sitting in a pile at spawn or respawn regen,
right.
and I'm like, man, if we make a push right now, we can just go. And I just realized I can be I'm loud and obnoxious as it is. So I'm going to use that to my advantage and just even though we die, we're going to rush. That's even when my I think it was like my fourth or like fifth video in my series like at Modern Airsoft. I'm like you'll see like one of my videos, they're all like standing there going, I'm like, all right, guys, if we do this, we might die, but we need to do this. And eventually I get a sword kill a couple of times, but
There you go.
we all died, but hey.
Hell yeah, man. Yeah, that's so man, I've been talking with a lot of people out in that area. So I'm not sure who you've crossed paths with, but obviously Brotherhood,
Absolutely.
Shogun. I'm not sure if you know Shogun. They're a fairly new team out there.
They sound familiar.
Yeah,
Are they? I think they're more in Orange County. I think.
I think so. Yeah, they're Orange County. And then who did I just talk with? Um, Man, a bunch of people out in Cali. Well, Storm the Poet. Uh, And then I'm sure you follow a lot of these guys on
Mhm.
Instagram. Yeah.
And I try to link them if like any like fellow YouTuber airsofter.
Right.
I always try to like carry them with me in my channel as well. So like if like I have, on my description I have like these the fellow people that actually play with me or against me.
Yeah.
I try to help them as well in the community.
Right. Yeah. It connects everybody.
Yeah,
Yeah. It's cool, man. Hell yeah. Are you from California originally?
yeah. Well, I grew up in Oakdale, California, up in Northern California.
Mm.
Like it's like Sacramento, Stanislaus County up there.
Yeah.
But that was like I moved here like in San Diego like in 2003.
Mm.
So I've been doing ever since that. Like I've always had a paintball, and then 1 year, out of like this was like 2008. I was out playing paintball before at Modern Airsoft before well, Modern Airsoft used to be Mission Paintball or slash Giant Paintball sister location.
Oh, okay.
It changed names a couple of times, but
Yeah.
the owner of the field is awesome. He has great plans for that field. But
Yeah.
um, uh, always played paintball, and all of a sudden I ran into what's their name? Team Therapist, and they had a huge Christmas game going on
Yeah.
where all these guys with guns, and I'm like, this is kind of cool. I'm gonna try this. So one guy hands me a gun. He's like, "You can try airsoft." I'm like, "Sure." I joined in, and then ever since then,
Yeah. So you were playing paintball, like you had played paintball before that.
yeah, I had the standard
Okay.
Titman.
Tip of 98 or something.
Oh yeah,
Oh yeah.
that was fun.
Yeah, I did paintball as well. Um, and never played airsoft.
Oh boy, I was watching some of your videos. I'm like, well, at least he's broadcasting saying this is great.
Oh yeah, dude. Yeah, I'm definitely 100% into the into airsoft.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's cool as hell that, all the gear and the guns and all that shit. And of course the people, uh, it's been a um huge part of my life in the last couple years for sure. But yeah, that's I did paintball for a while, and most of the time, most people I've talked with, they like they a lot, well, maybe not most, a lot of people I've talked with, they've gotten into airsoft, uh but before that they were playing paintball.
Mm-hmm.
They played paintball and they switched over. And one of the biggest things I hear is they don't miss paintball, they don't miss the mess, like how covered in paint you are.
I will have to agree with that one.
Right. I follow a lot of paintballers on Instagram and paintball channels and stuff, and I always see the short clips of matches, and these guys just running and sliding and diving and shit, and there's just balls all over the fucking field, like everywhere, bro.
Mm-hmm.
And then they're trying to fill up, and it's just balls are falling out, paintballs just falling out everywhere out of their hoppers. I'm like, Jesus, bro, how many paintballs you going through? You know?
Several boxes,
Right.
easily.
I think that's why, everyone I talked with, they're like, yeah, paintball is really expensive. And I think it's because you go through so much ammo. It's so crazy.
It's not it's I from my experiences, yes, the paint costs probably like 30. I think it's like $30 per box.
Okay.
Uh, um, and then airsoft, it's definitely the gear that's more expensive, the guns.
Right.
But I mean, it's so much fun.
Yeah.
I would love to go. I said if like my couple of my friends said, "Hey, let's go paintballing. It's raining out. Let's get muddy. Let's do it." But I would go. But I mean, I've played airsoft in the rain too, and it's fun.
Yeah.
You get sick the next day, but you're fine.
Well, the damn the all the visors and your eye pro fog up, and
Mm-hmm. Oh, the best thing to get if you ever done U fog, X fog.
X fog, man. Yes.
I even though I have a fan going on here because it gets so hot, my goggles would fog up
Oh, I'm
immediately.
sure.
But and then it's just a lot of fun.
Yeah, the X fogs are one of my sons got one of those, and then because both the two sons that are in the YouTube channel and then their friend, they both wear glasses.
Mm-hmm.
So they tried wearing contacts on the field or whatever, but they it's just easier for them to wear glasses. So they had to get something, big enough to cover all that. And so they'd have, big goggles on, then they have the X fog going. And we were trying to do some gameplay videos
Mm-hmm.
like early on. And we have a few, but they would come back and they'd give me their video stuff from their GoPros. And I start watching it to try to edit, and there's this loud hum through the whole
Oh.
video. And I'm like, what the hell is this? And they come in there and they'd look at it, they're like, oh, that's my X-Fog. Because, it's from the helmet cam.
Mm-hmm.
The vibration from the X-Fog you could hear it. And I was like, bro, I mean, I could use the video part, but I
Mm-hmm.
can't do shit with the audio. Because I
and
couldn't really cut it out.
and that's where you start putting music in there.
Exactly.
So you're like, oh, that's the one I got. It's I can barely hear it. It must be the different version, but
Yeah, it was
I
early.
hope I think I got a good one, but
Yeah.
it makes zero noise and but yeah, it's yeah, I love this. I love this game. Been doing this for about now 10 years.
Oh, wow. Okay.
10 years, I think.
Yeah.
I was like 2013.
Yeah, dude. Nice. That's cool. Hell yeah. Now, is your family, do they all know you play airsoft and all that?
Yep, they say just have fun. They just go out, and then my mom would be like, so are you dead now?" As long as you come back and then go to work the next day and not bruised
Right.
and then like that.
Hell yeah. Now, what kind of work do you do?
I work in the MICU. I'm a what's called an HCP. I'm a healthcare provide assistant for the MICU nurses.
Oh.
So I'm like the guy behind. So the nurses, my scope of practice is doing CPR, responding to code blues in the hospital. So like I'm stationed at an MICU and somewhere in the hospital I need to run to,
Oh,
and
wow.
and then do like 30 minutes or an hour of chest compressions or yeah.
Damn. Okay. That's wild. Yeah, I never knew they had like separate staff like just for that. I mean, it makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
But now my wife probably knows because she works in the medical field, and she watches all those medical shows.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I don't really know too much about. I try to stay away from hospitals, because that's like not a good thing if you're in there
That's
for
the
anyone,
last.
you know.
That's everyone's least favorite to be if you're a customer.
Hmm.
and I under,
Exactly.
and I get that when the people come up, and I'm like, so my goal as your healthcare provider is to eventually get you home.
Yes.
and
Like get you better and get you out of here.
and I tell them my favorite line is go home, stay away from hospitals from now on.
Right.
And because
Hopefully we won't see you again.
yeah, because that's the ultimate goal in the hospital. You're like, yeah, you don't like me right now, but my goal is to get you home. And they're like, shut up. I'm like, okay.
Right. Get out of my hospital. Now, when did you start getting interested in the medical field? You always
All
knew you
my
wanted to do that, or?
all my family's in the medical field.
Oh,
I have two sisters, one older, one younger. I'm the middle one. One I have a older sister up in Stanislaus County that is a wound nurse, home health nurse.
oh, nice.
She's awesome. She helps me recognize wounds, severe wounds, everything like that. She helps me with education,
Huh?
with other stuff like that.
Yeah.
And then I work alongside my younger sister in the MICU as well.
Oh, shit. Oh, that's wild. Yeah.
They don't know they know that, but it's like
Hmm. I can't imagine they can be too picky right now because there's a shortage of healthcare providers right now, or
yeah, it's a hard one right now because like because the hospitals right now, I'm not a manager of any kind, so I don't know managing, but
right.
I just know that money right now in like California is already going down the hill as wet as it is. We're pretty much I'm pretty sure that California is almost broke.
Oh, wow.
I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
So I'm just thinking like me. I'm like, I hope I still have a job, but
Yeah.
but it's like I'm my scope of practice. I've been doing my job for my scope of practice for about 10 years. So I
Oh,
have
wow.
my skill my experience trumps
Right.
what they think of me. So I feel like I'm safe.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, you can always take that knowledge somewhere else if you had to. That's when the running joke, like at a couple factories I worked at, I was in a like a lead or supervisor position, whatever, and people would always, as we're joking around, they're like, "Man, you walk around and really don't do anything, and you get paid more than us." I'm like, "They don't pay me for what I do. They pay me for what I know." Okay,
Mm-hmm.
so
100%. I was like anyone who's actually been long enough in a hospital knows what's important, what's not important,
right.
and then learning certain skills and like meeting certain people and taking care of certain people, you always scoop out knowledge about
Mm.
what to do, what to say, what to accomplish, and you get the next patient says, I you have no idea what I'm going through. I'm like, dude, I've been doing this about 10 years. I'm pretty sure you're not the first one who has this
Yeah,
issue.
right. I know it's real common. People think that, like I'm the only one this is happening to.
And
Uh,
this last 2 years, like since COVID started,
yeah.
it was absolute hell in the hospital. But it's just like in our MICU, we were like every room was closed. We had to modify pressurized rooms, and then
Uh,
picking. It was horrible. It's we had to do triage
yeah.
and triage through all COVID and everything. It was bad. It was horrible because
Yeah.
you're trying to sympathize with families
Hmm.
at home, which we can't let them into the hospital, and they're not real. And then we try to educate them the best we can,
Right.
and people and also I need to realize not a lot of people outside the hospital know what we do. Either they don't want to know, or they just want to pretend they don't want to know, or something like that.
Yeah.
And then poor grandma that doesn't believe that she has COVID is
Mm.
like she's sitting there with a respirator, breathing like I don't have this, and she's dying.
Oh, wow.
And I'm like, you do, but you have to be caring to these
Yeah.
people. You got to have a level of care and making sure that they feel like we are caring. We have to make sure we know that we do care about them.
Right. Well, it's got to be tough. I mean, when you're in that position, any job, gets monotonous, it gets routine, that when you encounter like a lot of the same problems with whatever kind of job you're doing, but especially medical, because you are working with people that are in pretty much the worst, feeling the worst that they are, because, being, that's why they're in the hospital. So they're in a bad state already.
Yeah.
and so they're stressed. They're not thinking clearly a lot of times, and you have to be like kind of like the calming voice. But like you see this, like they're not your only patient. So you're going from room to room to room to room, all these every day. And it's probably really difficult to kind of stop and pay attention to that one, patient where they feel like you care about them. You know what I mean? Like it's
Hmm.
because it gets so routine.
Yeah, it does. It definitely takes a toll on mental factor. You
Sure.
definitely have to have a healthy state of mind,
Uh-huh.
or like even like the community in the hospital. If they are a tight community in the hospital, like they are a team working together,
Right.
you can your foundation in that hospital will soar.
Yeah.
You'll I've seen good foundations in hospital and bad foundations in hospital.
Mm.
Um, that your like any career, your foundation of the culture of that hot of your workplace needs to be healthy.
Right.
Needs to even feel like they're appreciated or not lied to. Because like lately, I'm pretty sure a lot of people in healthcare or any job feel like they're being lied to by their superior or their boss or whatever. That is a scary thing to do as a culture you don't want.
Mm-hmm.
A healthy state, like even like if you have a, that's why I'm like saying a healthy state of mind in your hospital
Yeah.
is crucial to your workforce.
Sure.
And that's why I think that's why like when I even play airsoft or whatever, something like that, I loved to bring a positive vibe, positive
Right.
thing, making sure the next kid that new into airsoft or somewhere else, I want them to feel like, hey, that was really cool. I want to do that again.
Right.
But that's why like even airsoft, like healthy state of mind, even workforce, even workplaces, it's healthy.
Yeah, that's probably, part of what's really good for you playing airsoft is it's, de-stress from your job. It kind of gives you perspective,
Mhm,
and you get that you see those young guys out there that are starting into airsoft, and you see how excited they are, and
mhm,
you want to keep
mhm,
that going.
mhm.
You don't want to see them
100%.
getting, like these the negative players, or that just I mean that's across the board in any sport. When you have shitty sportsmanship, you can't stand that. It's, I mean, they make movies about this stuff. You see these stories where I remember when our kids were little, the movie Little Giants. It was
Mhm,
about football. I don't know if you ever saw it, but the one guy on there that got brought in on the team, he thought he was on the team he was supposed to be on, Spike.
mhm,
And he was like bigger than everybody, and he was kind of a bully. He's just real brash and abrasive, and that kind of thing. So that kind of play style, that
mhm,
kind of attitude, that kind of abrasiveness, in sports
mhm,
is real shitty to be around. Like you want to have that good cohesiveness, even against the other team. Like yeah, I'm gonna get you, but it's still in fun. I'm gonna try my hardest to win, but it's still in fun.
100%.
Yeah.
That's a big thing. Like one time I had a kid. There was a kid where a new kid, and then I had I was like, you know what would be cool? I was like, I handed him this guy.
Oh, nice. What is that?
This is we take High Kappa.
Nice.
It's the 2011, I believe.
Oh yeah.
But I handed him this. It's like I want you to shoot someone with it. The kid was like,
He
"What?"
probably looked at you like, what?
So I gave him a mag, and I'm like, you know what? I want you to hang around with me for a while. And we hunted down almost every single player on that other team. That was fun.
Oh, that's cool. Hell yeah, man. Now what is so what you got all this gear on. What do you what kind of gear do you run? What's your favorite gun to run, and your favorite gear? Yeah, let's talk about that.
Ooh, okay. So
And then we'll go to your mask that you're wearing because I saw the video where you painted it.
yes, yes. My current gear is the five. This is my chest plate. Are fake plates. Fake plates. I'm not gonna run real plates. They're too heavy. But this is a five. This is a 511 plate carrier, and I have a few things here. Just a few.
Oh my gosh, bro. Who you bringing all these mags for, dude?
me, my, just me, myself, and I. I carry three grenades.
Nice.
Uh,
What's your favorite
uh,
grenade?
right now it's I since I'm in San Diego, I'm only allowed to use thunder bees or uh, tornadoes. Currently I'm trying to get trip grenades
Oh,
where I'm trying to get them so that I to put it into people's minds that can happen at any time. But
so the grenades thing. So you guys in Cali, you can't use anything that has a spark, right? Like pyro type,
we are we are
because of the fires.
we are afraid of fire.
For sure. Holy shit. I mean, that shit gets out of control, man. Like,
Do you guys remember the 2003 fires? The storm, the cedar.
I mean,
Look up the if you look up the cedar fire and the witch fire, you'd be like, no, no spark for you.
well, when I was telling somebody, I don't know, last week or 2 weeks ago, when I was in the military, I was at a station. My last duty station was in Pendleton, and I worked on a shooting range. And this is in 1992, okay, 91, 92, 93, and we had to take out. So on the machine gun range, machine guns, belt fed, they typically had, or at least back then, I think they still do. Every fifth round is a tracer round. Well, a tracer is an incendiary. It's an incendiary round. That's why you see, when it goes out, you'll see it. So the thing burns hot. So every day, we caught the fucking woods on fire out there. I mean, it really wasn't a wood, the brush on the range. Now, Kent Pendleton's huge, okay? And the Edson range was right on the coast. So there was a lot of land in between us and actual, outside off base, I guess. But where there's nothing around, obviously, because of the shooting range. But yeah, they had to make some modifications to that because it was catching on fire so much. But even back then, we had issues out there with fires. Yeah.
So I'm gonna bring my gun out.
Yeah, bring it.
So I currently my favorite gun to run is the SIG 552.
Nice.
I decked it out, everything. This is the ICS version.
Okay.
I have a 16-inch barrel,
Yep.
and it's a tight bore. So this thing goes out to here, and it's deadly accurate.
Yeah.
The shoot does shoot a little hot. It shoots around 400.
Okay.
So I got it. I got when I get close, I definitely have to bring out a pistol and go tick tick.
Right.
And that's also a good thing because I can bring out the sword. So and on top of that, I have my mock suppressor, my camera,
Yep.
and just a cheap ACOG scope. And
Gotcha.
on top of that, I got the QD slings, quick attach, and yeah, thanks to Airsoft Extreme, they helped me. I broke it a couple of times, but they helped me bring it back to life.
Oh shit.
And the thing about, I think a lot of people in Airsoft, the rarer the gun is, the harder to find the parts.
Right.
So as this is, I'm probably like 1 out of 50 people that had this thing in California.
Oh shit.
So
So you
oh,
can't find any parts for that thing.
good luck. Yeah, if you drop it, it's like.
Like, please don't break. You're praying over it before you get the genie out and, you know, lay hands
and,
on it before you go on the field so it doesn't break.
and these things are fun because like you get these mags that can you can stack these mags.
Mm.
And this is like true, pretty true. This is for this gun is true count. So
Oh, okay.
you got 30 rounds,
Wow.
legitimate 30 rounds.
No wonder you have so many mags. Okay.
And then I have my Odin speed loader back here, and then I have also a green gas can for my sidearm.
Right.
I try to when I run my gear, I try to run practically as possible. But this is actually very light compared to some of the gear that I used to have.
Okay.
I also wear like a battle belt that's in my that's actually attached to the belt.
Gotcha.
It's a Velcro strap on.
Oh, yeah.
And then I have a dump pouch over here. I got my sword scabbard on the back there.
Yeah. So how did you get that to, did you buy, how did you get the scabbard for it?
A shotgun sleeve.
Oh, shit. Nice.
And I just forgot I put this back here, and it's stuck. But
Oh, that's cool though. And it fits right in, just right.
yep. And then I also like if I wanted to do a long game, I can throw a backpack on and hike with it and put a water pouch in that.
Oh, Jesus.
So like I like to prep for any occasion, but I also like to be prepared for semi. I don't want to be that guy who like brings out like 50 guns, 500
Right.
rounds.
Right.
I've seen those people, and I'm like,
Hmm.
I don't want to be those. I mean, I would love to show off all my guns, but it's not a good place to carry all that stuff on to field with. It's heavy. It's heavy after a while.
Right.
And my so
So what
thinking,
about your mask?
oh, my mask.
Because that's actually a little different than the one I saw you painting in one of your videos. Because I think it was just the lower, and you
Yeah,
the one video I saw, and it was just the lower, and then you put the mesh mask, like you zip tied it to it.
that one broke.
Okay,
That one
got
broke.
shot out.
I did a stress test with it beforehand.
Yeah.
I'm like, and then I went snap right into. So I was like, I was like, I'm gonna go with this. So I'm good with this. This one's from Evike.
Yeah.
There's a guy the guy who makes it. He's making a new version of this.
Oh,
I
nice.
will, and it has a built-in fan right here.
Oh, shit.
And I eventually would like to get it, but he's not selling it yet.
Gotcha. It
Um,
looks cool though. Yeah.
that's so much fun. I'm gonna do a face reveal.
Oh, shit.
I'm gonna take this off for a second.
Oh, shit. Okay.
Yeah. Hello, everybody.
There you go.
This is a lot cooler now.
You had to be kind of warm sitting there, bro.
It's cooking. So these masks, every works on. Oh shit, no. But so this is the mask. I painted this guy.
Yeah.
This guy was fun to paint. It gets hot. It does fog. The anti-fog really helps with that.
Right. Now with the when you painted it, what was it? Black?
It was black, and
Okay.
then I did like a painting of like scarring on it, battle
That's
worn,
what I thought. I thought it wasn't just, yeah, okay. Yep.
and then I do have battle worn here, but
Right.
and then I was like, you know what? I got the black underneath it. I was like, you know what? If the paint does wear off, eventually it'll fill in. It'll be good. It'll make it look more.
Yeah, it'll look cool. The what are those like on the sides down by the cheeks are they're open with
They're
mesh?
open. They're
Oh,
open. And then what this does, I've seen people shoot these things out, but the problem, these things can get shot out, but the reason this one doesn't get shot up because it's against your face.
oh, right.
It uses your face to keep it in.
Gotcha.
I was like, okay, it's a great mask. It is pretty safe. I wouldn't advise going paintballing with it, but but because it doesn't have ear protection,
Right.
and I wear this guy underneath it all,
Oh, good.
and then it provides some protection. It's not
Right.
like a hard a plate where I go plat.
Right.
I've been hitting the ear. It hurts, but
I'm sure.
I have probably a higher pain tolerance than most people, so I've been put shot point blank, and I'm like, I don't know, let's just keep on playing.
Hmm. Nice. That's because you work in a hospital, bro. It's like you're getting the power and energy from all those people that are in pain that you take care of,
Mhm.
and help them. Like you gain strength from that. That's what it is. You get superpowers, so you can handle all kind of pain.
Yeah, it's the I've heard that embrace the suck, that term a lot, where
Yeah.
you're just like, it's a crappy situation, but you have to, like, you know what, you have a choice. You can either make a difference, or you can sit there and twiddle your thumbs,
Yeah.
because that's the that's the choice between it all. You're just like, okay. And I give credit to my I had a lot of good people over the years give me good influence,
Right.
and I give credit to my parents. I have good friends, a good community that I throw bounce back questions off of, and they give me good critique,
Right.
life choices. And my dad one time told me, he's like, you can either, like he said, he told me, he me the situation where you can either twiddle your thumbs or prove them wrong.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. That's always good, man. Like I think, we build, like when you encounter a tough situation, no matter what it is, we build it up in our heads a little too much, a lot of
yeah.
times. And instead of just going, like accepting it and going, okay, now how do we work through it? Like finding solutions. Um, what else is like that is, and it's a funny analogy, but when you encounter really bad smell, if you have to be around something that stinks really bad, people are always like, trying to, get it away from their nose. They're trying to hold their breath. They're trying to, and if you have to be in this situation where something smells, okay, and this could be, well, in a hospital, um, the best way to get nose deaf really quickly is to just keep taking deep breaths through your nose. I know it'll
Mm-hmm.
make you gag, I know, but once you get through those, like the first, 30 seconds, and you just keep doing it,
Mm-hmm.
it's it like dampens it, your body gets used to it. And I
Mm-hmm.
feel like it's the same thing with this, with encountering tough situations like you're talking about, where embrace the suck. It's the same when I was in the military. In the Marine Corps we said that too. We also said fuck the suck. And
I've heard that
so
one too.
so but yeah, once you when you accept that there's some kind of obstacle, and you go, okay, how do we fix it? How do we get through it? How do we go around it? How do we punch through it? Whatever it is, it's your mindset changes, and you have this better ability, I think, to find a solution, and then you feel better about it.
Yep, 100%. I agree.
Yeah.
And like that like you see, like, even through I had the honors of meeting military folk that come into the hospital needing help.
Oh, I'm sure.
I met a guy, I forget his name, but I can't really say anything because of HIPAA.
Right.
But this guy was from the Korean War.
Mm,
He was the front line for when they went into legit China.
mm,
And he was telling me, he's not like spill his guts, but he literally was like, we went in, we killed people, and all of a sudden, thousands of people were running at us.
yeah.
And you're like, and like, even sitting down and talking with those kind of guys and having that one on one, I was a sitter for him for a while because they we needed he was on certain medications that he had a lot of psych issues
Mm,
from stress, and
sure.
I'm like rightfully so.
Yeah.
Okay, and I got to he we had like I worked a 12-hour shift.
Right.
I worked a 12-hour shift sitting with this guy, and we got deep.
Uh, yeah.
And I'm honored to be able to sit down with these guys and just talk to them
Right.
and share their at least to listen, just have me shut up and listen,
Yeah.
and then just them talk about it.
Right. Yeah. That's how, when I got married, my wife, her grandfather was in World War II. Him and I got along really well, like real
Mhm.
quickly. And, I think because I was a military veteran, we had a similar personality type, I think. But he was World War II, and he would talk to me. Him and I would go down in the basement. In the house they had a basement. This is up in Northeast Ohio.
Mhm.
He had a bar down there, and he had all kind of Irish whiskeys and stuff. He was, Irish, and so we'd go down there and we're doing shots. He drank a lot, okay, and after a while, he'd start talking about, telling stories and stuff. Uh, World War II stories.
Mhm.
And I always felt like I felt the same way. I felt honored that he felt open enough to kind of get some of this stuff out and talk about
Mhm.
it, because some of the stuff was really intense.
I imagine
Yeah,
you're at war. Yeah.
right. Yeah, but yeah, so that's always a good thing, and I feel like, what one of the things that I want to do on here, like on the podcast, is part of that as well. Like,
Mhm.
when I have a lot of military veterans on here that play airsoft, people that, there's been people that have been pretty open on here, have told some stories that are kind of traumatic for them.
Yeah.
I don't plan that. It just kind of comes up because I ask questions or whatever, and like, well, how did you get into that? Or what happened with that? Whatever. Cause I am curious. But I feel like uh, that's always helped me in the past when, I'm able to do that with somebody. And I feel like I want to pass that on, in this podcast where, so I've had comments on these podcasts where people are like, you call it airsoft podcast, but you don't really talk about airsoft that much, like the whole time. I'm like, well, I can't talk about airsoft the whole time. Like, what are we going to talk about? you know?
It goes only up just a little bit, and then you got people ADD and ADHD like me, where just like get halfway through the podcast and go, okay, next.
Oh my God, dude. I was just talking with somebody and I said, they were talking and then I was laughing and I said, yeah. And it was, I changed the subject completely. And I go, and he looks at me funny. I go, oh, wait, squirrel. Just, I did the same thing.
I call ADHD a sub power.
Right.
You get a spontaneous, uh, uh, spontaneous energy out of nowhere, and
Yeah.
everyone's just like, "What is wrong with you?" so, so I'm diagnosed ADHD.
Oh,
So
shit.
like I'm just like, and I'm functional.
Right.
So it's like,
Well, I think airsoft helps. I think that's what I've been finding out with a lot of people I talk with. They have, ADHD, and they're like, you know what, airsoft really helps because it gives them like a certain kind of focus
mhm,
because you have this purpose, and involved in that purpose of going to play airsoft is there's a lot of facets. There's a lot of moving parts that have to happen for you to go play. So you need the right kind of gear. You need, like, you're always evolving, right?
mhm.
It's always evolving. You go out the first time in t-shirts and in shorts. I don't know, but like, and then you're like, shit, this hurts. So, oh, I need to wear this stuff. And you see other people that have this kind of gear and this kind of gun. So it's like this always, you know, ever evolving type of thing that makes you focus on, oh, I need this. I
Mhm.
need this one thing, and then you built your gun up. You did all these upgrades to it. You know, that's cool.
That's fun. I mean, my parents were yeah, my parents gave me a choice: video games or airsoft. Because I mean I used to be a gamer and played all like Modern Warfare, Battlefield. My go-to jams were I don't play video games anymore.
Really?
I don't because I was the kid where I would be addicted. I'd be there. I'd be there for 2 hours if I had a choice. It's
Mm.
just sitting there going. So like when I got into airsoft, my parents were like, because I always got in trouble. I always got in trouble playing video games, always. And because my parents would be coming home, my parents are pretty responsible parents. I give them a lot of credit for all my crap I gave them put them
Yeah, for
through.
sure.
And they were like, you're like, so airsoft is at least you're running through a field as fast as possible up a hill, and you're like, there you got exercise. That's healthy.
Right.
For $900 later.
Well, one of the guys, I think it was the monthly one we just did, the monthly backspin thing we started doing with Mr. OT. I think he said, I can't remember what I said to him, but he goes, "No, I want to get other people into this so they can be as broke as me." Okay.
100. That is the truest statement ever. Airsoft is a fashion
Hmm.
statement.
It really is, man. It really is. Well, you definitely got it going on with all this cool gear and your mask and your what do you call the what is that, like a hoodie type of?
This is just a scully.
Okay.
It's just a scully. It's a breathable fabric so that because I'm a sweater,
Oh
I
yeah.
sweat like none other, and then I just this is actually very not hot at all. I have very breathable stuff, and
Yeah.
it took a while. It took a while for I just dropped my gun. Number one crime, but uh, I lost my
Well,
train of thought.
what's the thing you had, like the actual hood thing you
Oh,
pulled up over? Yeah,
this
what is
is
that?
this is just a balaclava,
Oh, okay.
and then it helps because when you're carrying a sword around, you gotta be sneaky. You gotta be.
Right.
It's like in San Diego, it's either desert camo or woodland
Yeah.
for the terrain. And I was like, I'm more my logo's already green. I gotta be green. So I was like, and then over time, I just put it piece together, piece by piece.
Yeah, it looks cool, man. Hell
And
yeah.
I got my taco pouches in front, about one, two, three, four, five, six, six of them.
Well, listen, when you're on the field, do you talk like a pirate?
I try to be as in character as possible.
Yeah.
I love it because I don't play video games anymore. So I was like, you know what? What better way to make up a random character out of nowhere and just go with it, and then adapt like something from a video game to airsoft that people are like, oh, I can see that in a video game or a movie or a and something like that. And people, and then I get lots of good feedback from people, and it definitely changes the game, I think.
Right. Now, do you um what was I gonna ask you? Something just it just
Uh
left me.
oh.
What you were saying, it sparked something I was gonna ask you about. But anyway, so how did you get into music?
I used just dabbling here and there. I used to play for my church, play
Oh, okay.
drums. My dad used to be a part of the worship leading in our church,
Oh, nice.
and ever since I was like, you know what? If I'm a drummer, I can actually play with my dad, and I wanted to play with him, and that kind of sparked that, and that's where that went.
Yeah. That's cool. See that when I was talking about learning how to play guitar, that's what it was from. It was
Hmm.
from our church, one of the guys from our church, because they had like a full band
Hmm.
at our church. So they had the drums, they had like two acoustic guitars, they had a bass, uh, and of course a bunch of singers, tambourine.
Hmm.
Um, they had some wind instruments too. What do they have? A saxophone
Oh dear.
or a trombone? What's the one that goes like this? With the
That's a trumpet or a version of trumpet.
is
Uh,
that a trombone?
Trombone. I think it's a trombone.
I think they
I
had, yeah.
someone's probably going to kill me because I mispronounced it wrong. So
I don't know half this shit, bro. I know guitar. I know what drums look like. I know, I actually follow a handful of drummers on on Instagram.
Mhm.
Well, they're not, in a band. I don't think they are. Like they just do videos on it, and they're really freaking good. You know?
Some of those guys that are beyond talented that are just like, oh, you're really really good. Okay,
Yeah,
and I met some people like that. There's you're really really good. Like you go to a solo playlist and you're playing by yourself and you're mass producing guru on top of that, and you're like,
yeah.
wow.
Now, what instruments have you played?
I dabble with piano. And I'd make like have a music studio here. I do. I have like a from everything comes from there, goes onto my computer to my recordings, my video editing and stuff like
Yeah,
that. And I have like over like different music files that I created for like my YouTube channel.
that's crazy, bro. Yeah, so do you put in um when you make the music for one of your videos,
Mhm.
do you use mostly the keyboard? What do you use? And how do you
Keyboard
what do you do? Record like if you're going to use drums, do you record it separately?
separately and then painfully put it together.
Holy shit.
It takes sometimes a couple of days or several one song, my theme song, my one of my theme songs on my channel that break when it goes out the end of the credits. I had to edit that thing for that took me a month to do
Oh my
uh,
God.
for to tweak it and putting synthesized sounds in because I don't there's a guitar in there. I don't play guitar, and then I type all the some of the stuff in as well, and it takes forever to do.
Wow.
But even like doing the small edits in songs is it's I think it's well worth it, especially when you're like sitting there. When you're doing nothing, you're like, you know what, let's do something. Keeps me busy.
Right. Well, I was going to ask you, since if you don't play video games, what do you do in your spare time outside of playing airsoft? But now I know, because that has got to take a long time to put all these layers in, and especially if your computer's not like mega fast, it's probably um, you know, you're waiting on your computer sometimes to do some of that stuff, right?
Mm-hmm. This
I want to
is
pull up. Do you mind if I pull up your YouTube channel?
Sure, go for it.
I'll share the screen and then we can hear the music. I had no clue that was that was
All
you.
this because like and I always have a trouble with YouTube's copyright strike stuff every once in a while. Because they're like, you're copyright striking. I'm like, I made my song from scratch.
It's like your own original music. You know what's funny? They're you'll get that strike sometime or that hit when it finishes like processing your video or while it's processing. That's just the algorithm thing. That's
It's a
just
bot.
the yeah,
It's a bot.
right. We had the same thing. I don't even have. Well, I guess I do have music on some of our older videos, but uh, we I always use the YouTube video stuff. Like the audio section, you can just grab music from there.
Mhm.
We got a strike on one of our videos for it was a behind the scenes video, and we were putting up for like members or whatever. So we went to a real shooting range with real steel guns, and my son was doing a timed thing for mag dump. So he was drawing his 9 mil, dumping, and then uh, reloading, right?
Yeah.
Swapping mags. So I guess there's a song, I don't know if it's a rap song or a hip hop song or something that has what sounds like gunfire in it.
Mhm.
And the way he was shooting in our video, it was the same rhythm of shooting. I swear to God, it came back and kicked it out, said the copyright thing for a song. And I clicked on the song. I recognized the name of the song, or the
Pink,
sound of the
pink.
song. Yeah, I was like, what? What? I don't even have any music in this video. What are you talking
And I've lost 2 videos because of it. I've lost 2 videos because I actually had like there's a I always make a list of the people that actually are not bots, who actually hunt down stuff and actually try to come after your videos.
Oh, wow.
There are guys out there doing that, but I was like, and I don't, and I'm not, I'm only like, well, you can see from the screen here, like 77 subscribers, but the thing is, you can only at a certain level for YouTube, you can only talk to them if you're like 100, 1,000 subscribers in,
Oh,
and I can't talk to them like as like a small time YouTuber, and I'm not planning on making my channel a full time job because I already got a job,
yeah.
but they I don't know what it is because I make a list of all the people that do are crooks. I'm like I send them to YouTube like, hey, these guys are not good people,
Huh.
and they came after a couple of my videos, and I lost a video. I had to even though I had the same song through all my videos, and it's just that one.
What?
And
Oh my God. That
I'm
makes
like,
no
what?
sense, bro.
I mean, YouTube. I'm sure it's like playing whack-a-mole for YouTube, but I mean, I'm sure if they had a certain algorithm to say like, no, this guy's actually good. He's honorable. He has a good intention. He has a good reputation.
Yeah.
Let's give him a benefit of the doubt. But it's like sometimes I feel like sometimes YouTube doesn't quite do that. Sometimes
They probably don't have time, man. I don't know how many
it's all about
videos are being uploaded, every day, but
billions,
it's a shit
thousands.
ton. Okay. Well,
So
I want to hear this. So you said, which one, the intro, was it the intro music or the outro?
it's the outro music. So if you go
Okay.
to that one's my favorite video, by the way.
This one is? This is pretty badass. Yeah.
This one was fun, and I'm gonna let you guys use this. It's fine. That's like the outro. That one right there. Yeah,
Where does it start? Right?
right at the end.
Okay.
There was supposed to be more footage.
This music right now?
Yeah,
You did this.
that was on the bells were my piano.
That's a cool effect right there, by the way.
That's a fade. Wow. That's really cool.
Dude, that's badass.
It's super fun.
You did that music.
I did that, and
Oh my
all
God.
and I did like all the edits. I did like Photoshop. I do like I photoshopped in all the aiming reticles. I photoshopped in all the graphics that you would see on like the editing. Like I physically made red dot. There's a one on one of my videos. I like making sound effects for a
Yeah.
reticle that zooms in, zooming in. This took a lot of time to figure out over the years, but it definitely
Oh,
helps.
Jesus. Yeah, I'm sure. Well, I remember when we first started doing gameplay videos, we there I found this oh no, it was one of my sons bought a Novrich something. I don't know if it was the camera or no, a pistol. I can't remember. Bought something from Novrich, and in it there was like a code to scan or a thing to go on where you could download all of the sniper crosshair overlays and
Hmm.
the hit marker sounds that he used in his videos. And that's what we used when I would do the gameplay videos, whatever.
Hmm. It's super fun, especially when you're like, I did that. I made that from
Right.
scratch, or it's just like it's a satisfying thing when you're like,
It
or
really
you,
is.
and then my I don't know how, the thing is I never understood is how people can have three different cameras
Oh,
and
right.
then edit it. That
Yes.
must be I already have trouble with just two.
Bro, for real now. And by the way, when these guys that are starting to use the 360 cams, the i360 or whatever it is, those things are fucking great because like I can't imagine the editing time because you can get so you have to scroll through, look at whatever angle what like while you're editing, like, and then the scope cam and then the bro.
That is, it takes a lot of patience, and then at the same time you're matching audio. Take your audio,
Yep.
match it on top of that,
Yep.
and then you're matching it up, and then something halfway down the edit, you find out, oh shoot, the audio's off. Ah! You go back and you do it again.
Oh, that's so true. Oh my God. Oh yeah.
And if you're if you ever have a chance, another good friend of mine, the Shaggy Sniper,
Yes, I actually followed him because of you. Yeah, because of your
he
channel.
he is amazing. He has a drone that he mapped
That's
out the
Jesus, that's
whole
another one.
entire field, and he's insane. He's an
Mm,
incredible guy, and I just gotta shout him out because he has a he did it. He took the stuff, has all this footage, put it into Ubisoft, and made a 3D model version of it. So for his editing,
of the map
yes,
or of the field?
of the field,
Holy shit.
and the guy is amazing. He's a great guy, and he puts a lot of content out there, and yeah,
Yeah, I'm gonna have him on as well because I followed him right after you told me about him,
um,
and I don't know if you told me about him when we were texting or if I saw it on here, like on
yeah.
your
I put him on. I put him
yeah
down here.
down
I
here.
I make sure that I always make sure my fellow YouTubers are well known. So
Honestly,
that
I don't even know how to do this like on my YouTube channel because I love shouting people out. How do you make this right
uh,
here show up on
uh
your?
oh boy. Well, when you go into your editors and stuff like that,
Yeah.
when you go into your editing of your channel, it gives you option to link people to your channel,
Oh, okay.
and then let me see.
Yeah,
Um,
because this airsoft dad, I followed him yesterday or today because I saw him on you.
he's a great player. My last video, one of my last videos, I killed him with a sword. Um,
Oh shit.
but he was in one of my videos. We were running up head to head. He was coming from the left. I was coming from one side. We were running up a hill, storming to get a flag. He started shooting me. He was out of ammo.
That was this one? This video?
No, it's one of the other ones, but
Oh, okay.
he's a great guy. He's that guy travels all over the world playing airsoft. And I'm like, how do you do that?
Really?
I'm like, how do you go? I would love to be able to do that. It'd be like a dream, like to go like Mill Sims and
Oh,
everything
I'm
like that.
sure. Like
But
that's what most people I've talked with, they that's one of the things they want to do is travel around, like a lot of these big YouTubers do to all these different states to play.
I would love to do that. But how do you have the finance to do that?
Right?
As I worried this.
Well,
But
a couple guys that I've had on here already, they're starting to do that this year. They're driving to, so this is Mr. OT, Mr. Off
mhm.
Topic, and Hell Yeah Airsoft. So they're going to team up and travel around. They're going to Bingfield,
Wow.
I think this month, and then they're going to. They got a whole, they're building up their schedule right now for the whole year of what states they're going to go to and that kind of thing. I think they said they were going to try to make it out to Cali because there's a handful of people that we know
Mm-hmm.
and talked with out there. So
Yeah, they've had. Yeah, I've been just listening to like a lot of the plans for like San Diego, South San Diego. It's like East County, San
right.
Diego. They're having some really cool ideas and coming up with crazy stories. Like I'll be going to the airsoft. My brain. Brothers. What's their
Oh,
name?
Brotherhood.
Brotherhood Airsoft, my goodness, they're gonna kill me for that. Brotherhood Airsoft, they're doing like an SCP Foundation gameplay.
Right.
I'm gonna try to go to that. I'm only able to go to like one of them as like February 5th.
Okay.
I'm gonna help them. I'm gonna try to film as much as possible, and then edit the hell out of it, and then post it.
Right. Gotcha. For sure. Let's see where I can. There we go. Get us back here, man. You got some cool videos. I love your setup, your pirate gear, and your sword, and your mask. Yeah, that's cool, man. Well, listen, bro. Who did you want to shout out anyone? Give anyone else a shout out, or go over any of your? Where can people find you online? All your
Uh,
stuff.
I have Tactical Pirate. I'm Tactical Pirate Airsoft. I'm on Facebook. I have links on my page. Quite often, or I put like photos of the games. I take screenshots of the photos of the games
Right.
and then put them on my Instagram or my Facebook page, and then try to advertise the field and make promote everything else like that.
Right. Hell yeah, man. Well, I appreciate your time today, man. Thanks for coming on here.
Well, thank you for having me. I was like super excited. We're like, oh, cool. Sign it.
Yeah, man, this is great. I love meeting new people, and you got a cool story and cool get up and pirate stuff. I mean, who doesn't love pirates? Okay, come on.
Absolutely. Everyone, I'm sure, this is what I'm saying to people. Like, everyone has a pirate deep down inside.
Right?
It's like every once in a while, they're like, you gotta follow this rule, and you're like, and I can say, I'm a pirate. I I don't follow I can follow your rules to a letter, but I'm more flexible. I can be more flexible than you think I can.
I fly the skull and crossbones flag, bro. Okay.
Yes, everyone loves a pirate.
Well, man, listen, bro. I appreciate you. You have a good day.
Thank you so much.
All right, man.